OneBigGame is probably best compared to Live Aid, the famous music industry charity initiative. And we're trying to do Live Aid, but then for video games. So we're asking some of the most famous game designers and game developers in our industry to create a small game, a small downloadable indie-style game, and all the proceeds from those games are going to go to charity. Okay, some of the people actually doing a game for OneBigGame, some of those famous game designers are David Perry, founder of CHIME. He's doing a remake of one of his favorite games of all time, which is a classic ZX Spectrum game. We've got Masaya Matsuura, the creator of Parappa the Rapper, godfather of the music rhythm action game genre. He's doing a reinvention of that genre on iPhone for us. And we've got Charles Cecil, famous for his Broken Sword adventure games. He's doing a adventure game version of one of the most played games in the world, which is Minesweeper. So he's effectively creating Minesweeper adventure, and he's coming up with a backstory as to why the mines are there, and it's all going to be very cool. When we started OneBigGame, it all sounded like a great idea, but it was actually rather difficult to get it off the ground. As you can imagine, if you ask people to take a little bit of time out of their busy schedules to create a game pro bono on a voluntary basis for us, it's quite difficult. There's a lot of commercial constraints on those developers to hit their deadlines. So some of the projects actually started well and then had to be stopped for a certain amount of time when the deadlines of their commercial projects were nearing. But fortunately, everybody persevered, and in the end, we've come up with some really great games as a result. So the first game that's actually going to come out as part of the OneBigGame initiative is CHIME, which you can see behind me here. It's created by Zoe Mode, a studio well known for all their work on the SingStar titles on PlayStation. The game that they wanted to make for OneBigGame was exactly a music game, and I should almost say it's a block puzzling game with music, rhythm action elements fused into it. It's very groundbreaking in a sense, because you have these two genres that collide, and you've got this whole new game mechanic that comes out of it. The goal of the game is very simple. It's a block puzzling game. You have to create coverage on the grid that you're facing, but as you are placing those shapes and blocks onto the grid, the song that's actually related to each grid starts to play out, and the music blocks effectively become notes as part of the music track that you are creating. So OneBigGame is going to launch at the end of this year. We're looking to launch 6 to 8 games in the course of next year. If you want to get involved, or if you want to follow us and see how the games are developing, go to www.onebiggame.org, where you can find all the information about the OneBigGame charity initiative.